Show me news. All right, Joe. Third party, you've got EA, you have Ubisoft, you have Bethesda, Square Enix. Like, where do we go first?
Well, let's actually start with Bethesda, because I think I'm going to go in order of the actual conferences that happened.
Sure.
That way I can end with... Anyways, so Bethesda basically kicked off E3, and first off, they showed off Doom. It looks boring and slow and dumb. And a lot of people, I guess, the best thing to come out of Doom, in my opinion, was all of the inflammatory news outlets trying to make a big deal of, oh, this game is so violent. What? How could we let our children do this? And it's like, holy shit! Did I just get transported to the '90s?
Yeah.
This is awesome.
What? Somebody?
Yeah. Doom is coming out, and so we are in the 90s.
It was like looking into a fucking portal to the past.
Mm-hmm.
Like
A
and I'm
portal
pretty
to
sure,
another dimension.
I'm pretty sure somebody put up like a comparison between a headline then and a headline now, and they were indistinguishable. And that made me laugh. That was really good.
I think it looked okay, but I think they need to prove themselves when the game launches because, Rage happened. And Rage looked gorgeous when it first was shown.
Well, there's also the other, I think somebody pointed out, is it really going to pause the game for a 5-second cutscene every time you use a melee weapon to kill something?
Yeah.
Is that really something that's going to happen?
Probably.
Dishonored 2, which we already knew about before, because of the best leak ever. From what I wasn't present for it, but I'm told, as far as I understand, they were doing a rehearsal and accidentally went live on Twitch.
What they were doing is they were live on Twitch to test out, their network connection, and then the mics were hot while they were talking about during the Dishonored. These were people from Arcane studios, and that's how they knew there was a Dishonored thing happening. So I was like, oh, probably Dishonored 2, and maybe a definitive edition, which both of those things happened. But basically, they were talking about, all right, so how we're going to interrupt the guy, because the guy started talking in French, and then the guy's like, whoa, slow down, English, and oh, okay. And it's that's what they were going over. And, oh, man, you got to watch the replay of it, 'cause it's on YouTube and maybe even a Twitch highlight, where basically when the guy comes up and it's like, all right, guys, you want to stop? And, we're actually live on Twitch right now, and one of them just he's like, no, I'm serious. And they're like, oh, and then it ends.
That's so awesome.
So best leak ever of E3 came from that. So.
Oh my god. But Dishonored 2, we didn't really see any gameplay. I bet you it's going to play like Dishonored 1, which isn't a bad thing. I have my problems with Dishonored, mostly because of the ending that I got, which made me very upset. But otherwise, I enjoyed Dishonored. As a game, it was fun.
Emily's a playable character.
Yeah.
More female protagonists.
You can play as Emily, and Corvo didn't even fucking show up in the trailer. That was impressive.
Wasn't he at the end though with the mask?
I think they showed the mask, but they didn't show Corvo himself. That might have been his hand picking up the mask or whatever, but the trailer was all about Emily.
Yeah.
And that was very impressive.
But that's another it'll be here when it gets here. Might miss 2016.
Yeah, like I said, they didn't even show off any gameplay, so I don't know how far along this game is in development. Mm-hmm. Usually, if they don't show gameplay, that's a pretty good indicator that it's not very far along. And then they announced Elder Scrolls Legends. They mentioned Elder Scrolls Online, which, man, I thought we were all pretending that game didn't exist.
Yeah.
But guess I was wrong.
They reworked it a bunch, so it's apparently much better, but I've never...
Yeah,
I'm never going to jump in.
I did hear that it was getting the Final Fantasy XIV treatment, where they were going to, redo it as a, sorry, we know it sucked, our bad. Elder Scrolls Legend was announced, which was hilarious, because I guess Pro Jared was, he was talking about how, he had an iPad in his hand, and I made a joke haha, what if they announced Elder Scrolls Hearthstone? And then they announced Elder Scrolls Hearthstone. So
Everybody wanted to get on that. I mean, I did this. I
Everybody.
did the same thing during
Star
EA.
Wars, too.
I did the same thing during EA for Star Wars. And it's just like they want that money.
Hearthstone is very popular right now.
Yeah.
None of these games are going to touch Hearthstone's popularity.
Not at all. It's pretty
But-
transparent what they're trying to do.
Fallout 4, I was telling Ben and everybody this, I didn't even like Fallout 3, and Fallout 4 looks really interesting to me. And by didn't like Fallout 3, I mean I played less than an hour of Fallout and got bored and stopped.
Same.
And I need to try it again.
Same.
Holy
Jesus!
Whoa!
Whoa, what the?
What was that?
I have no idea. Something exploded outside. Okay.
It's Fallout. Fallout's happening.
Get in the shelter.
Holy shit!
Jesus Christ. But
They announced the iOS game though. Fallout Shelter was the free to play, mobile
which
game.
I tried to install, and my phone doesn't have room. And it's coming out for Android next month. So
I know Solid Snake 120. Scott was with us, and he was playing that a lot. So
And it was available like then.
yeah,
This E3 had so much stuff that was like, all right, we're announcing it now, and it's available now.
mm-hmm.
Like, I've never seen that happen that much at an E3 before. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was really interesting.
I liked that. Do that more, game industry.
EA was interesting. Starting off with Mass Effect Andromeda. I wish we could have seen more of that, but I think that's their big holiday game next year, so that'll be a big info blowout then. But starting with Johnny Cash and Super Mako, Rocket Boost jumps, it's okay.
Need for Speed looks fun. I'm not a big fan of racing games, like realistic racing games like that, but like it looks very pretty. Holy shit!
I think there are other games that'll look better, but that's just me.
It looked pretty for what they were showing off.
As far as some of the high points of EA's, Unravel ended up being a high point.
I really like Unravel, and I also liked all the fan art that came out of Woolly Yoshi with Yarny.
Yarny.
Is that his name?
Yarny.
Yarny
It's a dumb name.
I know, but as soon as I saw him and he was all shaky, I was like, oh, you can call him Yanni.
He could have
They were showing
Shame.
this trailer where there were animals trying to attack him and stuff. I was like, oh my god, no, don't even.
Oh man, I love how Unravel looks. I'm going to play the shit out of that when that comes out.
I know in our reactions I gave him shit because it's he was so nervous and doing the high thing that just made me feel really weird. Watching in the E3 press conference setting. But I mean you think about it, you step back and it's he's putting himself out there and showing his original character, and that doesn't mean you get say let's use my character Blonic from Sonic.
And
that doesn't mean you get to do that, but
you also got to respect him because game developers as a whole are not the most extroverted people.
right.
We're not very good with public speaking
Mm-hmm.
because we're nerds. That's why so many conferences hire celebrities to come out and unveil stuff. They can do public speaking. Game developers ain't the most eloquent people. Unless they're like Tim Schafer or something.
Right.
You get very rare ones like that. But
I watched that trailer though, and it's real talk. I'm playing that.
oh
I'm
god,
gonna play that.
it looks so nice. That part with the car is gonna freak me out.
And it's apparently on a Origin right now for pre-order for $20. For $20, hell yeah, I'm playing that.
I will probably get it on something that will be able to run it, being Ben's PS4,
Yep.
not my computer.
Another high point, Battlefront showed great at the end.
Where's the Clone Wars sections? I swear to fucking God, if it's just Rebel and Empire in this game, which I know it probably is, but alright, here's the thing. Look, prequels suck. We all know. Everybody knows. This is a widely accepted opinion. The Clone Wars are cool. I want to play as clone troopers, and I want to play as battle droids.
He wants to play as Jar Jar Binks, is what he's saying.
But Jakku.
Only if he's killable. That's one of the cool parts of Battlefront 2 is you can do both eras.
Mm-hmm.
Put both eras in this game.
Yeah.
And also, everybody that was complaining about it, it just looks like Battlefield. Well, yeah, it's the Battlefield team making it. What
It's
the
on
fuck
it's
did
on
you
a Frostbite
expect?
engine. You didn't think that was going to happen? Joel, let's
My-
throw it back to our down the sidelines days. Let's talk sports a little bit. Pele, what the hell?
Well, see, I love him.
I
I
know.
love the guy. But
He's a legend.
Oh my gosh, why is he talking about
I
the
don't think he
Brazilian women that he's been with stuff on stage? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. You could have had a sit down interview later with him and done that.
I think he was mentioned blonde Swedish girls, and the very next presenter for Mirror's Edge was a blonde Swedish girl. It's what? No, I mean the sports. I mean, I don't think they showed as much compared to past years this year. But then you had the weirdest things came out of that was with Pele, and then Hoop God for
Oh my god!
for NBA
God.
Elite,
Oh my god!
base Hoop God.
Why?
So that got weird. It wasn't the best year for
was
showing
Hoop
the sports
God?
games.
Who
No,
the fuck
it was
is
not.
Hoop God? I don't understand.
I would guess he's maybe their community manager, but he calls himself Hoop God, and GAWD.
Oh
Jesus
no!
Christ.
Oh, no, it wasn't good. And then Garden Warfare 2, which we called on this podcast. Thank you. Yeah. Highway to the Danger Zone. Big mascot doing weird shit.
Why did they have to bring him out there?
Oh god! And the demo was so long. No thanks.
Now I've actually played the game a little bit, and it's all right. But I mean, I feel like they focused, they kept coming back to it. I was like, why?
Yeah, because it was revealed at Microsoft, and then shown again at EA, and it's just oh yeah, this again. We just saw this in the last show.
Yeah.
Certain people were very mad about how Mirror's Edge got. They announced Mirror's Edge 2 3 years ago. This is the third E3 that they've shown it off at, and that's really all you had to show?
Yeah.
They're
That's
trying
it?
to beat the Division.
Yeah.
How many years?
They show off that tiny little bit of Mirror's Edge 2, and yet fucking The Division, that's the same gameplay demonstration we've seen for 3 years.
Well,
There was
yeah,
nothing different.
It's gonna it's really, really pretty, and it's gonna be terrible.
It's very
wanna-
clean and sterile. Yeah.
Everything I've heard about that game's development since the first game is just a bigger and bigger red flag of yeah, we want to focus on the combat more. Yeah, all the staff left. They lost every major writer and a bunch of the programmers.
Hey
They
Ben,
all
if it's a
left
bigger
us.
and bigger red flag, it's red. Maybe that's where Faith should parkour to.
That's
That's your hint.
we you know what? I could use a little faith right now.
Yeah. There you go. Mirror's Edge Catalyst,
Still gonna fucking buy it.
coming February of 2016. It was not a good year for EA, and they really needed something coming off of all the conceptual footage of the previous year. But yeah, I mean, Star Wars Battlefront was their highlight, and that was a fraction of Sony's show. I don't know how else you can put it.
Battlefront was literally the best part of their entire show, and it lasted maybe 5 minutes.
And the mobile. Can we be real? Mobile. God bless Jason Rice, M3D. Love him. Fan of the show. Friend of the show. He is the creative director on that Minions game that was shown. I don't know what that was doing there at an E3 conference.
Let's just burn minions to the ground. Let's just make a world so that Despicable Me didn't happen.
Honestly, I do hate the Minions. So
I'm told Despicable Me is not a terrible movie.
It's terrible.
Just wait until this Friday.
you got something to say there, Rachel?
This Friday.
I kind of want to watch Minions movie. I'm not crazy on the Minions. I kind of think they're cute.
Peter, is it already too late to call off the wedding? Because I feel like this might be a red flag.
It's not a deal breaker. It's not a deal breaker.
But I'm pretty sure the Minions game got more airtime than Mirror's Edge.
I think you're right.
Oh yeah, they had a huge
It's all
demo.
about what's popular with the people now, because gaming nowadays isn't just about the hardcore gamers. It's about the broader demographic and
But
all the other families and stuff.
And here's the thing that I also saw. I think Pro Jared also brought this up. Was hey EA, I know you guys have an audience for the mobile games and the sports games, but that audience isn't watching E3. They don't care.
E3 is changing. It used to be, very industry specific show, and you had the big media outlets come out and all that. But when you look at the numbers and 21 million different people watched, coverage on Twitch, it's starting to shift, and it's the purpose is changing. Ubisoft, though, fucking started great.
Oh my.
Well,
South Park? Are you kidding me?
EA was a boring train wreck. Ubisoft was a train wreck. They had shit. They announced good stuff. Yeah. But, oh my god, that was the hardest conference I've ever watched.
Because they kept trying to force memes. Can we make a meme right now? Can we make a meme happen?
It's all just meme out.
The only solace that I have in that entire conference is that I can make myself believe that Aisha Tyler did not write any of those jokes.
Yeah.
And that some old French guy does not understand why nobody thought it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
And
yep.
Yeah, they started with South Park, which
that was amazing.
Was taken very, very well. A lot of people excited. A lot of people also very confused about it too, because I guess the South Park creators were like, "Yeah, Stick of Truth is like the only game we're gonna do."
Mm-hmm. They were so burned out, they didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah,
so to see them come back was shocking.
Well, I mean, Stick of Truth did I think it did well enough that it sort of, because all the other South Park games in the past have sucked.
Yeah,
every single one.
The PS1 racing game.
Oh god, no! I was more into the N64 snowball fight game.
Oh, that one's also pretty special.
Oh man,
it did well. It sold well, absolutely. But
I think it rekindled their fire for wanting to make games. So
yeah. They had the For Honor game, which a lot of people at E3 were talking about how great it was. I'm like, I don't see it.
That's the Dynasty Warriors one, right?
The one on the battlefield where you're either a knight, a Viking, or a samurai, and I'm a guy with a staff.
The only thing this game was missing was the Deadliest Warrior.
The
licensing. Yeah. And I would not be surprised if one day they came out and were like, yeah, this was supposed to be a Deadliest Warrior game.
Oh my god.
But it just looks like a slower Dynasty Warriors. Not to say it looks bad. It actually kind of looked a little interesting, to be perfectly honest. Mm-hmm. It has a stupid name, because I remember when it came up, and then it stayed there for a minute, and then Ben was just like, oh, that's the name!
Yeah. I think we were seeing, in the back rooms, like NeoGAF and whatnot, there were different storyboards for that trailer, and the game ended up being called Hero. So to see it as For Honor is like, oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it's better than Hero.
Sure.
Yeah, Hero is also a pretty shitty name.
You want another bad example of the try to make a meme happen? Like they had the 2 expansions. I mean, you had the Crew, Wild Run, whatever, but fucking Trials.
Oh my!
And they're like,
God.
We're gonna put a cat with rifles and a headband on a unicorn, triple rainbow. Pew, 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 pew. Like, let's make it happen. Let's get trending. Let's get viral.
What was that?
Bullshit is what it was.
Somebody's dream.
This whole conference just had old French dude all over it. Just
slather up, Yves Guillemot.
Good lord. Oh my god. What else even fucking happened? They showed off Assassin's Creed Unity, and of course we already talked about how they didn't have Eevee in the trailer at all.
Yeah, I mean they showed off Syndicate too, so.
Or yeah, Syndicate, not Unity. Fuck. They're all the same now.
The trailer looked great. I mean, I love what they do with E3 trailers, and they're awesome, but yeah, how do you not show Eevee during that at all?
Can't wait till the game comes out and it's half finished.
I mean, we have our own Eevee here, and we're good with that.
Hi,
Hey.
I'm in the game too, and I have a full face instead of a half-finished face, unless you really want to see my eyeballs in good definition.
And the teeth.
real detailed definition, and your teeth, your dentures as well.
Oh yeah, well I've got British teeth, but not typical British teeth, so I suppose you want to see a close-up of those gorgeous things. Oh yeah.
And then, what the fuck is it with Ubisoft? And this is a press conference, guys. Why bring out Jason Derulo? Why have a concert? What?
Just Dance.
What was the point? Also, Just Dance wasn't being played.
There was video in the background.
I didn't know they were
there
still
was
making
video.
Wii games.
Well,
yeah.
What the fuck? I thought he just forgot it was called the Wii U. No, it's coming out for the Wii.
There's your trivia. What's the last Wii game release? It's probably gonna be that.
At least there wasn't any Usher again.
Well, it was the same thing though.
Usher.
Unfortunately,
they would have
for
learned.
Jason, it was not a good performance.
No.
Like, and there was also like he went down to try and pull Aisha up to dance. She's like, "Oh no,
Yeah,
I'm not
no.
getting paid enough for this." Because I guess they probably didn't tell her that was going to happen,
No.
or Jason Derulo just decided, "Fuck it, let's get her up here," and then it backfired.
Again, make a meme. Try to make it happen.
And
No,
then-
how's it, Rachel? I totally thought Usher too, and it's like you think they would have learned. Watch someone else do it and be like, no, let's not do that.
There was nothing. There was nothing. They mentioned Just Dance. They're like, "Yeah, it's coming out. All right, here's a concert. Are they going to be playing Just Dance? No, it'll show in the background, but no, they're not going to play it." But what I will say for Ubisoft, by the way, quick side note.
Do you mean
that they
Clancy
did
Soft?
Clancy
that
Soft,
they did
yeah.
super right. 98% live demos
Yeah.
of people. I mean, they were still scripted as shit, and
Yeah.
like fucking get over that, fix that. But good start. All live demos, all people on stage, controllers in their hands, playing the game.
It is a nice thing, but yeah, don't have 3 Tom Clancy games in a show. That's another thing. Like,
Then you wanna?
Yeah, there's a little bit of overkill.
I was hoping they were going to come read some books, some of the Clancy books out.
Yeah.
at
Oh,
least
I
give
want
them-
story time at E3.
Clear and present danger.
it's called Wonder Book.
That would be great. Just like, and everybody sit down, calm down at the end of E3. We're gonna do story time, and then it's time for nappy naps.
And Yarny's the main character.
I needed a nap after some of these.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know they were still making Ghost Recon games. Last one I played was like 2008.
Well, then they had Future Soldier with Kinect, and that was really weird.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
With the gun, pull the gun apart and change it all around.
Yeah. And Rainbow Six, like, I love the Rainbow Six games. I've been playing them since like the one that came out on Windows 98. The last one was really, really buggy. And this one looks like it's even buggier, but I guess in alpha and beta it was pretty fun for people. And it was by no means finished, but if you want a multiplayer game that's fun, you know, it looks okay. I just want them to stop making them.
Yeah, I mean, then that and then Division to end with Ghost Recon Wildlands. Like, that's like your big thing. And then, Aisha Tyler comes back on stage and she's like trying to throw all the video game buzzwords at you. It's just like open, expansive, innovative. That's what you want. It's like, no, it just look, open world, okay, and pew pew.
Can I also make a comment about Aisha's script and how they apparently scripted her and told her, "Yeah, you have to talk like you work at Ubisoft," because she kept saying "we," and every time she said that in my head, I was like,
you don't
Aisha,
work for them.
You don't work for Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Like, you're not making these games. You're not part of this we. You're just somebody they brought up. That's like if Jason Derulo came up and was talking about how we've made the best dance game, and like, what, you didn't do anything though. You're not working on it.
Also, next time, don't sit next to a cosplayer and make them feel really uncomfortable.
Oh my god, that was the most uncomfortable moment I've ever had watching any press conference at any E3. That beat out Wii Sports Resort.
Wow.
That was the saddest, most uncomfortable thing I've ever seen.
You mean that even beat out Wii Music and the Super Mario Brothers theme?
Oh, yeah. No, I think I would rather see that again.
Wow.
To be perfectly honest. Overall, Ubisoft, super awkward to watch. We'll never, ever, God, do better next year, please.
Yeah.
And everybody stop blaming Aisha Tyler. She had nothing to do with how awkward it was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, she's
She-
lovely. I love her. She's
she
one of my favorite
had-
presenters.
She had to work with what she had, and she was not given a lot to work with.
Yep.
Show me your news.